It's 2025 and your brother was killed by a robot. You ventured out into the unknown for justice and revenge. Along the way, you picked up valuable survival skills, weapons, and tools. You helped folks with quests, you hunted down a variety of treasures, and you narrowly escaped death a number of times. After weeks of trials and tribulations, a giant machine awoke and began to roam the wilderness. That machine was what you blamed for your brother's death. Eventually, you confronted it, and through sheer luck and determination, you came out on top. You killed the last god. With your mission complete, you head back home. But after arriving in the village, you discover that your people have migrated east to survive. The ground shook, and in the distance, a second god machine appeared. With its eyes locked onto you, it flies in your direction. Fearing for your life, you started running east. MIRU II begins one day later. Okay, so I am getting started on MIRU Part 2. I have done Part 1. It was a lot of fun. It was very deadly in the beginning for me, but I had a true zero to hero type style game, and I'm very excited to get started on Part 2. And I'm going to record it, and mostly just as a log for myself, a kind of archive. But I don't see any other actual plays of MIRU Part 2 online. Maybe I'm missing it. But I'm going to record this and see how it goes. It's pretty low production, I guess, compared to other actual plays that I do. But let's do this. So, I played MIRU I. And so, if you played MIRU I, I'm going to answer yes. So I begin with the following. So my health is at 20. And my energy, my EP is at 20. One thing that I learned from Part 1 is, it's suggested to use a d20 die for tracking your health and energy. I found that a lot of the time I would just be sitting turning the dice and just being like, okay, so where is 18, that's 16, blah, blah, blah. So I went on Etsy and I found these little trackers, and this is going to be a lot easier to just be tracking my health, and that's going to be easy. This line represents where I'm at, so that's what I'm going to do. This is a lot easier to follow, so I'm going to use these trackers here. So I will set those right here for health and EP. I have all my previous items, all my previous tech skills, and all my previous money. I'm very happy about that. I was a little wary because I knew there was a Part 2, and I was like, oh man, do I have to lose all my stuff? But I'm glad. So this is kind of like a continuation. So this is day 2 after you defeated the first god. I was reading through the book a little bit yesterday. There's going to be a lot more androids to encounter, and the new poison feature. So I'm looking at the new character sheet, poison right here. Not looking forward to that. I mean, it's going to be fun, but based on how my last playthrough went, I had the worst luck. So here's my character sheet from from my first game. So this is my map. When I first started, let me get back to it. So when I first started, as you can see, it was a lot of die or run away. And so it would say, if you're running away from a robot or an enemy, then make a little icon, and if you go back to that tile, you have to fight it immediately. So what I was doing, because I was so weak, you're just a regular person, and that's interesting and frustrating at the same time. But in the end, it's all worth it. So you see this icon here. That's 1, 2, 3 right here, and then 4, 5, 6. So I ended up running away 6 times. And then my first village here, let me tell you, it was a godsend. I was so happy to get the first village. That's where I really leveled up. I was able to train. Oh, I was so happy. Oh my gosh. Because it was deadly. I was just running away and I died once. The game says that you can just reset everything, but I didn't want to reset anything. I kind of wanted it to be more like a video game where you just retry the level. So I just did that and did the. There's certain rules where you can just continue on, and that's what I personally would recommend. I think there is like rules that go over that, but yeah. And then I would write down like what enemy. So F11 has a Buster T3, so that's the kind of enemy that I ran away from. Very, very interesting. But overall, had a good time. Ended up playing until the last day, and then I have these 3 left over that I didn't get to. But that is part of the game. It lets you know that you may not. You could finish the game before a lot of these tiles get filled in. And that's just part of it. And I like the drawing in part was actually quite fun. I wasn't sure about it, like drawing in the hexes, but it's kind of a interesting part of the game, part of the process. And then, so here's my character sheet. This is what I have left. So I'm just gonna copy everything over. I ended the game with my base defense being 10. So I was rarely getting any damage. And I think I gotta see how this new poison condition works, because I don't know if my defense will actually help with any of that. Maybe that's why it's in here, because you could come in with just super strong defense and be super strong. So I am going to copy everything over. In the book it says I can have all my previous items, tech skills, and money. So that is what I'm going to do right now on the character sheet. So let's do that. How much? So when I first started the game, I was confused about what all these icons meant. But now I know. I had to ask for some clarification, figure it out. So this is fruit. I wasn't sure that this one was fruit because it looks like a little star with a couple leaves I was like, what is this? But that's fruit. So I have 15. So add that in now. I have 17 mil bars, 69 bits, so that's 69 cash, and then I have 23 arrows. Let's see what's in my inventory. Okay, so I have 4 spare parts. I have 1 hacked miner shield, and then I have 1 pack of Allura cards. Okay, so basically, I'm just gonna copy all of this over, and then we get started. Oh, God Tracker, all my other notes. I ended up with all robots having -4 HP. Does that carry over? I mean, it's a continuation. I imagine that all robots still have -4 HP. I will confirm. Okay, so I'm getting confirmation. I imagine so. This is just technically, it's in world, like in the narrative, it is only the next day. So this is all from my previous playthrough. So I am leaning towards yes, but I'm gonna get confirmation. And now I am going to add all this in. I have all these tech skills, dodge and strike, EMP grenade, those come in clutch. I level those 2 all the way up, roll and wire slice. I didn't really, jump and attack didn't really interest me, but the other ones did. So weapon toss and shoot and swipe is a new one, so that is going to be interesting. So I'm going to copy these over and then I will be ready. Okay, so we are back. I have everything filled out, and we are ready to get started on day 1 of MIRU II. I have 10 defense total, but it's 9 defense against non-robots. So let's do this. Let's see how fast I can get poisoned. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I noticed too that if you're starting at MIRU II without playing 1, which isn't recommended, but if you do, you are starting off pretty, like with a good amount, like, so you're not gonna die. So let's get started. I'm guessing it has the same gameplay loop as MIRU 1. We have 4 sections of the day to get through. So we will start at step A. This is dawn. Preparation for the day begins when the sun first rises. Don't be late. If there is an enemy in the same hex space as you, combat begins. So A, don't have to worry about that. There's no enemy. B, mark the calendar. A new day has passed. Mark your calendar to show that. So I will do that. So this is day 1. Here, let me move this. This is so blue is HP, white is EP. So I'm gonna mark off day 1 here. Next, reset solar items. I don't have any. I don't need to manage my inventory. I don't have a cutscene. So we're gonna skip to the day and see how the day goes. The days are reserved for exploration. Moving around in an unknown territory will take time, but be on guard, for it is hunt or be hunted out there. So F, move to a new tile. So that's what we will do. But since this is, let's see where the character sheet is at. There we go. Area, a fresh map. So this is day 1, so I don't have, I'm starting on a new tile. I believe it's D1 I'm starting on. Okay, just got confirmation. The -4 HP does not carry over because technically we're in a new area. And the -4 HP to robots was due to radio towers and power supplies and things like that. And I just got confirmation because we're in a new area that does not apply. But it didn't specify in the book, so I just wanted to double check. And I believe we start weather. Yeah, weather is a new part of the steps. And the setup, yes, begin day 1 with step G. So I will go to page 5. This is step G. We're going to determine the terrain. So D1 is this one right here. What I found that I like to do, let me move these over here. I just got like a darker pen and I outline them. I don't know why these 3 are darker. I kind of want to ask. That's for a reason. So this is D1. So what I would do is just outline this here. There you go. Just to determine the new hex tile I'm at. So next I'm going to determine the terrain. I'm going to roll 1d6 and the result tells me what the new terrain is of this new tile that I just moved to. So I'm going to do that and see what I get. I got a 3. So that's a mountain. So I'm going to go to page 20. Also, I'm going to need, since I just got this new book, I'm going to need some type of, because you are always coming back to this page. So I'm going to do a little post-it for this page here. I recommend some like clear ones. I have some clear ones, but this is what I have right next to me. So I'm going to go to page 20. And also I would just mark all of these pages. This is the main thing you're going to be reading throughout the entirety of the book. And so you could just grab a tab and go to that page. So I'm going to go to page 20, which is the mountains. So that's the mountains. But so now I'm going to draw a mountainscape really quick. Definitely don't have to be the best drawer. Let's get something in there. You might actually get better because of this game. It's kind of as you're practicing. There you go. So, and I always leave a little space at the top because a lot of the tiles will have you draw some type of icon in there, so I don't fill up the entire tiles. So, now that I'm at the mountainside, let's see what happens. The echoes of a simpler life. Outside the remains of urban centers sits a rocky and dangerous landscape. The rise of elevation causes the weather to behave increasingly more erratic. Okay, so this is a new step, different from MIRU I, so I'm going to determine the weather. So I'm going to roll a d6, see what I get. That is a 6. Ooh, no adverse weather. Enjoy it. Nice. I'll take it. I'm going to determine the event now. What is going to happen in the mountains? So roll 2d6. The sum of both dice decides the type of event that occurs. So I'll Roll 2d6. That's a 2. Oh my god, nothing eventful. Hey, sometimes it'd be like that. The mountains can house some scary things, but not today. Skip to step L. So go to the little tab, the little tab, and I'll go back here. Listen, I did all of that. Experience the event. There is no event. What was this? This is K. Okay, so step L is next. So, okay, I'm having a pretty good first day. Nothing too crazy. As we enter into dusk, as the sun begins to cross the horizon, the dusk settles on the land. The darkness of night is upon you. Time to set up camp. So this is step L. So I'm going to eat food. Usually, mechanically, I will eat food because I need more HP or EP, but I don't need that technically. But you still do very much just subtract the food and stuff because you don't want to have to make a starvation or a sleep deprivation check, because that will. So that's the mechanical benefit of eating and sleeping when you don't need to. So I'll erase a fruit. So now it's at 14. And then, so then I ate. I can apply first aid if I need to. I will sleep. I don't have any condition checks. And I don't have to make any of these starvation, poisoned, or sleep. I don't have to move any enemies. And that concludes the day. Pretty easy. Well, this is day... Okay. Well, day 2 immediately goes into a cutscene now that I'm seeing on the map. The 2 little dots mean it's a cutscene. So let's go to day 2. So, again, always going back to this page. Manage inventory if you want. A lot of the time, I skip dawn a lot. It's because you start to memorize. Like, the only thing you pay attention to a lot is maybe mark calendar. And then you just start to memorize, like, fight an enemy. You don't really need to. I don't need to reset solar items, so I don't need to manage inventory. But I do need to experience a cutscene. So if there are 2 dots under the current dates number, go to the cutscene section. So that's page 52. Don't worry about this right now. So let's see what the cutscene is. For MIRU I, they were always kind of deadly and crazy. So, when you see 2 dots under the current calendar date, come here and read that date's event. These events disrupt the standard step in a turn. Okay, so day 2. What do I need to do first? It tells me I need to move to a new tile. So I will do that. I'll move down. I'll go right here. Okay, next, this tile is a forest, so it lets me know. So I'm gonna draw a little forest icon. Might have been a little too big. Okay, it's got a little forest icon. There we go. So what's next? The next step is there is no adverse weather. Okay, so experience the following event. You keep moving through the cover of the trees. The goddess slows down its chase. You have a feeling it takes too much power to keep that big machine moving in the air like that. You can still hear it moving around the ground occasionally. It's close enough you can keep track of it and stay ahead and hidden. Place the god on B1. Oh no. I'm already placing the god. In MIRU 1, I didn't have to place it till like a lot of the map was filled. Where's B1? B1... Oh, snap. Where's B1? Okay, so this is 1, this is B. So what I did is... I didn't draw a little icon for the god. I just did a circle with a G inside. So that means god. Starting on day 3, the god moves during step P. In the middle of the night, it always moves in the most direct direction towards you. Wow. Okay. If the god catches up to you, lands on the tile you're on, the next day is day 5. The next day is day 5. Skip to step E. Interesting. So if the god catches up to you, the next day, like, is day 5 no matter what? Oh, I see. Oh my god. So it's gonna catch up to me on day 5 no matter what. Okay, interesting. Otherwise, until day 5, if you roll a minor injury while discovering the terrain, finish the day as usual. The next day, no matter the calendar date it would have been, skip to day 5, and then skip to step E. Okay. The guy catches up to you. Skip to step E. Otherwise, till day 5, roll a minor injury. I'll just go. Okay. So, that's the end of day 2. Okay, nothing eventful per se, just getting this new information. So let's see. Let's go to day 3 then. As usual, we will mark a new tile. And I'm moving away from that thing. I'm going down here. Because this is day 3. So starting on day 3, I have to move the god tile closer to me every time. So that was day 2. Let me mark it off. I'm going into day 3. Let's just assume that I ate and slept, so then I will remove a fruit for day 2. So I ate that, and everything else is good. So, I'm on day 3 now, and I'm going to see what the terrain is. So I'm going to roll a d6. It's a 4, so grassland. So I'm going to go to grassland and see what's up. Oh, let me draw the grassland actually. Grassland. Just keep it simple. Draw a rose in there or something. Okay. The fields are green and blooming with life. Butterflies and bees bounce from flower to flower. Nature has covered this old suburban relic of a town and calls it her own now. So let's determine the weather. That's a 6. Again, no adverse weather. Nice. These weather, man, they really mess you up. Like extreme winds, if I rolled a 1 or 2 or 3, I have -1 defense and a -1 attack. That's not too bad. My defense is really high already. Let's determine the event. So that is a 6. I got ruins. Remnants of a suburban neighborhood slowly being eaten alive by nature herself. And so I rolled a 6, so I'm going to go to 6. And then I like to cross it out so I can remember that I did this one. So, Tampopo. Out in the middle of a field, you find a lonely train cart. You walk up to it and notice a sign on the door that says, "Now open." You walk in to find a ramen restaurant and a very broken android behind the bar. He offers you a seat without saying a word. He flashes a menu in front of you and quickly takes it away. He rushes into the kitchen behind a curtain. After a few minutes of pots and pans clanging, he comes out and places a bowl of hot water in front of you. He bows deeply and gets stuck in the position. You look at the bowl of hot water, back at the android chef, and then back at the bowl. You grab a spoon and take a long slurp. You stand up and head out the door. You turn back to him and say, "That's the best soup I've ever had." You turn to leave and hear his broken speaker squeak out, "Thank you. My work here is done." You flip the sign on the door to say closed and head out to find a place to camp for the night. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Just an interesting encounter, I guess. So, okay. Nothing. So I will go back here, and I've kind of, memorized already what I need to do, for the other half of the day. I don't need to, recover from anything. I will only erase a fruit that I will eat, so I don't take on any conditions. So that goes down to 12. Health and EP, energy points are still up. So that's day 3, and then I will move the god closer to me. Interesting. So I'm gonna move it down here. So I just do a little G in a circle. You could draw a little scary icon or anything like that, but so that's the end of day 3. Now I'm on day 4. Definitely gonna get to day 5. Let's see what happens. But I'm getting away from this thing. I'm going further. Since it said I can hear it, I think that makes sense that I'm just moving farther away from it. Okay, so this is day 4. Starting again here. I will mark off day 4. Let's see. I'm going to roll for the terrain. See what it is. 4 grasslands. More grasslands. Okay. So more grasslands, gonna draw some. So, grasslands, I go to back to page 24. I will mark it grassland, so there we go. So, this is day 4. There could possibly be new weather. Let's see what it is. Let's get a 4 through a 6. Nice. Again, no adverse weather, and I'm enjoying it today. And I'm gonna roll for an event. That's a 12. So this is an encounter. So let's see what happens. The shadows of this old suburban town hide dark and horrifying terrors. Be on guard. So I'm gonna roll another d6 to see what encounter I get. So that's 6. So here, I'm gonna mark it. Encounter 6, called A Bad Pitch. You notice a high-pitched noise coming from the nearby park. You wince as you get closer, but curiosity gets the better of you. You cover your ears. You soon discover it's a broken Allura obelisk. The top half of it has been knocked off and its insides have been exposed to the elements. The sound of it is causing you a migraine, so you quickly walk away from the area. Return after step M. Okay? So I'm going to go back to the steps, and then I will come back after I complete step M. So I did all this, J, K, and then so I'm going to turn the page. L is eat food. So I will eat a fruit. Don't need to apply first aid. So that is step M. So now I'm going to go back, see what it says. You didn't camp far enough away, and you could still hear the obelisk. The noise keeps you up for most of the night. The small moments you do get sleep, you have a repeating nightmare about an android that looks like your brother, running up to hug you, embracing you in his arms way too tightly, and then screaming a high-pitched noise just like the obelisk. But it calls 100 deranged androids from their woods. You wake up when they rip you apart. You got no sleep. Skip to step O. So, another day where nothing really happens. Essentially, I mean, I had a nightmare. So I'll go back here. I didn't get any sleep. So if you can't sleep, you have to go to step O, which is a condition check. And then so I'm gonna mark. I have to mark sleep deprivation by 1. So I didn't get any sleep. I'm at the first tier of sleep deprivation. So that is -2 EP. And so this is EP. So now I'm at 18. But still got 20 health. And then so that's the end of day 4. Didn't get any sleep really, but I still do need to move the god closer to me. So I'm gonna move the god here. So it's at D1 and I'm at G2. Oh no, G1. Oh no, this is 2. Okay, I'm at G2. So that's the end of day 4. And as we know, we are at 5 already. So I'm going to cross that out. Let's see what happens at day 5. This cutscene is early on, so I don't think I'm going to die. Let's see. So we are now at day 5. Mark the calendar, all that good stuff. We're going to experience the cutscene. So going to page 52 again. The god has caught up to you. You wake up to the ground shaking. The flying machine makes a loud, ear-piercing metallic screech. You quickly grab your stuff and start running. Move to a new tile. Okay. I will move to this tile right next to it. So I'll just move here. This tile is a forest, and there is heavy rain. Okay. So this is a forest tile. Okay. And there is heavy rain, so let me just double check. If there is heavy rain, I have -1 defense. It prevents EP recovery when you sleep and it causes dark during the day steps. Okay. So prevents EP recovery when you sleep. So I can't even recover EP until I get out of this heavy rain. And then causes dark during the day steps. Okay, interesting. Experience the following event. As you run, the sounds of the forest behind you warp and snap in half as the god pushes it all out of the way to find you. You come upon a massive concrete structure on the edge of the forest and run inside. You hide behind a pillar as the giant eyes of the god peer through the side of the building. A woman's voice blares out from the face of the machine. I see you. There is no escape. The game ends now. The building starts to shake as the god's massive arms swipe away the concrete pillars left standing. You quickly run forward into the structure, narrowly jumping down a set of stairs before a massive amount of concrete and dust seals the space around you. You stumble around in the dark as the crash from above echoes around you. After a few minutes, you hear a loud metallic screech that fades off into the distance. You are surrounded by darkness. You hold your arms out as you walk and hug the walls. You walk for hours, eventually finding the light at the end of the tunnel. You start running, jumping over the old subway tracks. You head towards the light and push away the thick vegetation blocking the exit. You make it through the other side, completely covered in dust. You stand out in the rain to wash away the last few hours. You camp at the edge of the subway tunnel tonight, hoping the god figures you're dead now. The god is removed from the map. Its location is unknown. Until day 10, before step A, roll 1d6. If you roll a 4, skip to step 10. Oh, no, sorry, skip to day 10 on step B. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down because I will forget. So I will remove the god from the map. It is now unknown. It's raining, so I can't recover EP. I will eat. Let's see. The god is removed from the map. Until day 10, before step A, roll 1d6. If you roll a 4, skip to day 10. Okay. I'm gonna write that on the map so I don't forget, because I have to do this until day 10, and right now I'm on day 5, so. Okay, so that is what happened in that cutscene. I will finish off day 5. As it is dusk, I will eat. I can't recover EP. So let's see. I can sleep. I am going to sleep, and then so I'm going to erase that sleep deprivation, so I can erase that one. And I don't have to move enemies, so that concludes the day. That concludes day 5. Let's do day 6. I might do day 6 and 7 and then end this play session. Okay, so draw a new tile, and then I am going to see what the terrain is for this tile. I rolled a 3, so that is mountain. So it's near here. Got the mountains again. Let's see, terrain. We want a 4 through a 6. Oh, I got a 3. There is harsh snow in these mountains, so that is -2 defense and prevents HP recovery when I sleep. So if I lose any HP, I can't recover it because of the harsh snow. But I also have -2 defense currently. I wish there was a good way to kind of remember, because I don't want to forget the weather and the effects it causes. But let's see what event it is. It's a 7, so it's a ruin. The remains of an old city, now buried in thick vegetation. Let's see what ruin I get. 2. So cliff hiking. This one here. Harsh snow. Page 46. Oh wait, let's see. Let's go to page 46 because I am in harsh snow. I did roll that. Okay. So you hike up a small mountain when a snowstorm suddenly brews up. You don't think it's that bad and push forward. As you look ahead, you see the shadow of a man standing in your path. His eyes glow in the snowy haze as he turns to look at you. You blink and rub your eyes to see better, but he's not there anymore. You convince yourself you're just seeing things and push forward. After some time, the snow eventually clears up and the temperature warms. You get a breathtaking view of the valley below as you reach the top of the mountain. There is no adverse weather. Okay. So I went to page 46, but there's still more. So as you hike along the edge of a small mountain, as you follow a small trail, you pass by some sheep and a beautiful fruit tree. So I find 3 more fruit. So I will add that in. Eventually you find a flat rock to sit on, and you look out over the edge and below you in the valley. You spot a nice flowing river. You notice a few unique birds you've never seen before. You ponder about all the strange things you've seen these past few weeks and how wild it is that you never left your village before now. So, I have a good question, because here it says that, like, it gives you a little direction to go to page 46 for harsh snow. Usually harsh snow is -2 defense, like that's the consequence, but on page 46 it says there is no adverse weather as you reach the top of the mountain. So, I will double check, but for right now I'm going to say that there is no adverse weather as I am following this rule here. It's a little bit unclear, so I'm just gonna follow what it says right there for mountain, and that was ruin number 2. So, go back here. As I'm going to the next steps in this turn, I'm going to eat and sleep, and this time I can recover my EP. So my EP goes back up to 20. So I will put EP back up. EP is back at 20. And that is day 6. I'll do 1 more. So far, like, nothing pretty bad. I haven't had to have, I was hoping to get to like one combat, but, well, I don't know if I'm hoping, because combat, like, I might get poisoned. Okay. Oh snap, did I already forget the until day 10 rule? Anyway, I'll do it now. I think I forgot for day 6. So this is day 7. I'm gonna mark it off on the calendar. Before step A, which is fight enemy in your space. I don't have any enemies here. So before to step A, I'm going to roll a d6. And hopefully, I don't roll a 4. Nice, I rolled a 2. So, I'm going to continue on. And I'm going to see what the terrain is. That's a 2. So, that is a forest. It's a forest next to the mountain. So that is a forest, and we're going to roll for the weather. Nice, no adverse weather, I'll take it. Next is the event. That's a 6. So ruins. In the forest, the treetops are so thick the sun barely peeks through the leaves. You can hear the animals move around in the shadows, watching you and whispering. So I rolled a 6. So the remains of an old city now buried in thick vegetation. So I'm going to roll to see which ruin. It's a 3. Rusty RV. This says heavy rain. You find an old rusty RV. Inside are a series of synthetic human faces hanging up on the walls. It's so creepy and bizarre you don't even bother to continue looking around, and immediately leave and walk straight for a few miles before camping somewhere safe. But it does say heavy rain, page 46, so I will go there. Okay, heavy rain, forest, 3, rusty RV. The rain is pouring down hard. You spot an RV with... Oh, wait. Wait. I think this means if I had rolled for heavy rain, then come here. I think that's what that means, because it's now making sense. Like, it's saying the rain is pouring down, but it's not, because I didn't roll for heavy rain as part of the check the weather step. So I think that's where I'm confused. I'm gonna go back to forest. Did I miss a part where it's like, let me see. So I'm at the forest. I think that's how the heavy rain rule works. Because if I went to page 46 and it didn't make sense, like I said. So I think that only matters if you roll the heavy rain thing. Also, I'll play through it for a few more days, but I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this whole determine weather step. It seems like MIRU I didn't have it, and now that I'm kind of like comparing the two, I'm not sure how much I like it. It seems like an extra kind of mental load to remember what the weather was and then remember how it affects you. for that day only. Um, I'm not sure what the point of it is. It's a little, maybe it's just to go a little bit heavier on the simulationism, but I don't really like simulationism so well, I don't like heavy amounts of it, and it's not a lot, but it's like I I already forgot like until day 10 before step A. I already forgot that, and I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. And then I also I have another page under this just to remember that okay, today it's -2 defense because it's raining or something. I think I might just do a homebrew roll and forgo it. I don't think it's going to break the game. I'll play with it for a few more days, days in game, but I'm not sure how much I'm liking it. I don't really like unnecessary steps or overhead, in my opinion. So I'm going to move forward, and I think that's where I'm going to end it for this playthrough. Overall feelings, I'm still excited to get started. If you look at my map though, there's pretty normal. I didn't roll anything bad every day that I did roll. So I did so I have 5, 6, I did 7 days, and nothing really happened. And I wasn't really proactive or active anything. A lot of it was just reading and having stuff done to the character, and I couldn't really make any decisions. I guess that's what MIRU is. It's I guess a lot of it is just kind of reading and seeing what happens to you, which isn't bad per se. I still liked MIRU I, but I guess it is a little boring that just nothing, the first 7 days nothing happened. I'm glad I didn't die or get poisoned, so that's the positive. I guess in the first 7 days of my other playthrough I was just running away or dying, so this is different, but nothing really happened. Like I said, I was just reading. It was kind of just like reading a book, I guess, and less gameplay. So that is my overall thoughts on just the first 7 days. And I will come back and see what the next 7 to 10 days bring, and see how that feels. Again, determine weather step. I might just forego it for this playthrough. Yes, it'll make the game easier technically, but it'll also make it more streamlined, and that's what I care about more. I'm not trying to cheat and make the game easier. I just want to remove a step that I think is unnecessary. But again, this is just day 7. I'm hoping that in the next playthrough I will experience more events and get to be more active in the game. So we'll see how that goes.